Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. For those of you that are new, hi, my name is Natalie, and if you can't tell by the title, we are doing a reading vlog of none other than Better Than the Movies by Lynn Painter. I just got this book in not even 2 days ago. I got it from a recommendation from Haley Pham, and I told myself I was either A, gonna wait to read this book when we took our trip to Charleston, B, gonna read it on Valentine's Day. But I couldn't help myself because this cover is just the cutest, and I'm in the mood for a different read than Christmas books. I've currently been reading Christmas books all the month of December to get in that Christmas mood, and I just need a break. This book is about, oh, I thought it was less. It is actually 349 pages, so she's a little bit thicker. She looks a little bit smaller, but it is a hardcover book. But I'm going to be reading this today and doing a reading vlog with you guys, and I'm hoping I can get through this entire book today. Before we even get into reading this book, let me tell you about this book. This book is about Liz and Wes, and from what I have heard, this is definitely giving the Duff vibes, because Liz is in love with Wes's friend, and she's asking him to help him set her up with his friend, and they start doing things so that she can have the perfect senior year, perfect prom, and hence Better Than the Movies, because it's giving you all of the vibes of the movie. And from what I've heard, this is a friends to lovers book, so I'm super excited to read this, and I'm super excited to take you guys along with this. This is my first reading vlog, so I'm just gonna go ahead and dive into this. Super weird spot to be reading, but I actually want to start reading it from the floor. And normally when I read these hardcovers, I always take the literal cover off, because these are just too perfect to ruin. Wrong side. I will read the prologue for you guys. I'm just a girl standing in front of a boy, asking him to love her. Notting Hill. This is giving me Grey's Anatomy vibes. Choose me, pick me, love me. So, my mother taught me the golden rule of dating before I even hit the 2nd grade. At the ripe age of 7, I snuck into her room after having a nightmare. A house-sized cricket might not sound scary, but when it speaks in a robot voice and knows your middle name, it is terrifying. Bridget Jones's Diary was playing on the boxy television on top of the dresser, and I'd watched a good portion of the movie before she even noticed me at the foot of her bed. At that point, it was too late to rescue me from the so-not first-grade friendly content. So she snuggled up beside me and we watched the happy ending together. But my first grade brain just couldn't compute. Why would Bridget give up the cuter one, the charming one, for the person who is the equivalent of one ginormous yawn? How did that even make sense? Yep, I'd made the movie's point completely and had fallen madly in love with the playboy. And to this day, I can still hear my mom's voice and smell the vanilla of her perfume as she played with my hair and set me straight. Charm and intrigue can only get you so far, Libby Lou. Those things always disappear, which is why you never ever choose the bad boy. After that, we share hundreds of similar moments, exploring life together through romantic movies. This is our thing. We'd snack up, kick back on the pillows, and binge watch from her collection of kiss-infused happy endings like other binge-watched trashy reality TV. Which, in hindsight, is probably why I've been waiting for the perfect romance since I was old enough to spell the word love. And when she died, my mother bequeathed to me her unwavering belief in happily ever after. My inheritance was the knowledge that love is always in the air, always a possibility, and always worth it. Mr. Right, the nice guy, dependable version, could be waiting around the next corner, which is why I was always at the ready. It was only a matter of time before it finally happened for me. I think, first of all, just reading the prologue, I think that is the cutest thing ever, because first of all, I'm a huge rom-com romance gal. I started by reading Nicholas Sparks books to get me into reading. Nicholas Sparks books just hit so different, but I think this is the cutest thing. So we see she's first exposed to romance from Bridget Jones's Diary. I have seen Bridget Jones's Baby, like the one where she's between two guys. She's between the man who plays Derek Shepherd and the other guy who he's actually on Mamma Mia, and she's trying to figure out who the baby daddy is. So I think it's actually kind of funny that she has that mentality. I grew up being a hopeless romantic, so I thought this book would be the cutest thing ever. And I love that at the beginning it has a different quote from each movie, because in chapter 1 it has a quote from Sweet Home Alabama. So I'm gonna go make coffee though, because I need coffee to read this. And also I saw at the end, they had, whenever I was trying to flip through to see how many pages, they actually had a playlist, the soundtrack of Wes and Liz. And it's 23 songs. So maybe that'd be good to play while we read. Okay, so this is my normal spot where I read. I typically sit on the couch because it reclines and it's comfy while I wait. I'm gonna read part of chapter 1 so you guys can kind of see. So we're starting to see Wes come into play, which actually makes me very excited because she's not first introduced to Wes, but you're first introduced to Wes, and he's coming off as this almost like bad boy. She's noticing that he's more attractive now. She finds him sitting on her car. She said Wes had one of those naughty boy faces, and the kind of face where his dark eyes surrounded by mile-long thick lashes, because life wasn't fair. He spoke volumes even when his mouth said nothing. Okay, so I just finished chapter 1, and I really liked it. We're introduced to Jocelyn, who is Liz's new friend from sophomore year. We still see Wes, and then we're also introduced to Michael, who's the love interest, and I think it fit perfectly with the quote, chapter 1, because Liz is talking about how she's loved Michael since she was younger, and since he's back after he moved away, she still has that crush on him. So it fit perfect with the quote talking about falling in love with someone when you're 10, like what's the fun in that? But she's a hopeless romantic, not only because she loves those movies, but she starts to explain that that was a connection she had with her mom. And I think it's just something that helps her keep her mom alive and with her. But now we are on chapter 2. Chapter 2, a woman friend. This is amazing. You may be the first attractive woman I have not wanted to sleep with in my entire life. When Harry met Sally. So we're going to go ahead and hop on into chapter 2. Officially reached page 100 a little under an hour later. This is such an easy book to read so far. I think it's so good, so interesting, and just the concept of it is interesting and easy to understand. But we have Liz, who's trying to get with Michael, and Wesley is helping her, and they kind of have this pact together. They have a pact that says they're going to fake date, go to prom, or at least get Michael to ask her to prom. She wants to make him jealous. It's giving me To All the Boys I've Loved Before vibes in that part, and then it goes to the part where they're actually Wes and Liz go shopping together, and he's helping her pick things out, and that's definitely giving the Duff scenes. So it's such a good book so far. I'm trying to get to at least page 150, 160 before I stop to go do some laundry. So we're like a quarter of the way there, but this is so good. Lynn Painter, you have done so good so far. And I know this is a YA book. I can tell by the way I read it. It might be more YA. I don't really know, but I can tell from the style of reading it. It's just super easy to read, and I really enjoy it. My dogs are asleep on the bed right now while I read. So I'm going to try to read at least maybe 50 more pages and then stop so I can do some laundry, because I need to wash my husband's laundry and do a few things. Officially over a little hour into the book, and I am on chapter 7, page 164, 165, and I love this. So I have seen Liz not only get vomited on at a party, but she also got hit in the nose with the basketball. And one of the things that I really love about this is seeing how Wes is just so caring about Liz, and we see that they went from this kind of like old friends or enemies to now fake dating. I like seeing the way Wes cares for Liz, and he's always there for her. And I've seen an interaction with Michael and Liz post Somewhat Broken Nose, and it's just very awkward. And I feel like a lot of it she's trying too hard. But when I look at that, it makes me laugh because when I think of relationships, I feel like we've all had a relationship like that. But as I'm reading more and more into the book and I'm halfway through, you see how much Wes cares about Liz. You're starting to see those subtle yet cheesy hints that you know are going to happen. You know exactly what's going to happen between them. But I'm going to stop for now. I really need to like go and do a few things. It is now 11:11, so I'm gonna go do a few things, probably take a thumbnail, and go on from there. Okay guys, I refuse to turn the heat on in our apartment because save money, live better. But it's 57 degrees in here, so that's probably gonna be our option very, very soon. But I'm just going to kind of get wrapped up and start off where I last was with the book, which is page 164. And according to Goodreads, I'm 46% through. Made my thumbnail, and I'm going to see how much of this I can finish today. I feel like it's a cramp, but this is just such an easy book to grasp onto and understand what's going on. My dogs are vigorously sipping on their water right now. But right now in chapter 6, Liz actually runs into Michael at the bookstore, and he's reading Bridgerton. Now hear me out. What if, and I'm not trying to stereotype this, what men like Bridgerton? I don't know, maybe it's just me, maybe it's just my husband who hates Bridgerton. What if Michael is gay? Could be a possibility, but I'm still reading. I'm on 169. I have about like 150 pages left in the book, so I'm just going to continue to read for a bit. Second thought, you know how, sorry y'all, if you're watching this, you've got some spoilers in here, but one of the things is, I love how Wes was supposed to be the wingman for Michael, but I feel like Michael is being the wingman for Wes. And looking at it now, Wes is supposed to be the one that's talking about Liz and talking about all the good things about him, but Michael is reading it off as Wes likes him. Her, and maybe so. We just gotta read more. We gotta figure out what's going on here. Does Michael really think Wes likes Liz, or is it just Wes trying to butter up Michael to Liz and the thought of Liz and how much she has changed? Just finished chapter 8, and the evolution of Liz and Wes is the absolute cutest. Wes actually catches Liz in the cemetery where her mom is at, and throughout the book we see Liz talking to her mom since her mom has passed away, and they really have a deep moment about her mom. They're able to talk together, be together, and talk about anything except her love interest. And it's just, you see her get all jittery, and you start to see her really fall for Wes, but she doesn't know yet. But then again, it's like she knows it. But it's really good so far. I'm on chapter 9, and the quote is from 27 Dresses, which I love. It says, "Love is patient. Love is kind. Love means slowly losing your mind." So I'm going to start reading chapter 9 and try to still keep you guys updated throughout this. Okay guys, my dog is in the way right now. Sit down please. But I want to talk about Better Than the Movies. I actually finished this book yesterday, so I think it took me about 3 hours total when I was timing myself to read a 300-page book. I think the reason why I could read it so fast, to me that's very fast, is because it was such an easy book to read. The points of it were so good, and it really was just a good book. So if you don't want to hear about some of the parts, I'm going to let you know it's a spoiler. Okay, so we see Liz, Wes, all those people. I'm not going to get too much into it, but I like the love story aspect of it. I like the fact that with each chapter, there is a, I gotta throw this back. With each chapter, there's a quote. And one of those quotes is gonna be from a rom-com. And it's a line in a rom-com, and there's a ton of them. But a lot of the chapters correlated with what the quote was. So 27 dress quote, there was a part of the book that's talking about dress shopping. But I think this was such a bittersweet book. It was so cute. I love that Liz eventually realizes that, yes, she can be a hopeless romantic because, yes, she misses her mom, but that doesn't mean that she has to look for something that's unrealistic when the person that she loves is right in front of her, which is Wes. So I just think it's so cute seeing their relationship evolve and her realizing that he's loved her since the beginning when they kissed. Oh my gosh. I just love this book so much. It made my heart melt because I'm a hopeless romantic. And this is one of the few books that I've given 5 stars to. I'm a big 3-star gal. Like, it's got to hit the spot. This hit the spot. This and The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo have been my favorite books that are my 5-star reads. And I think it was just the way it all played out and how it flowed, how you felt like you were in the book, you were in high school with her and just going through all of the things. And ultimately seeing her love flourish at the end was beyond amazing. And honestly, I hope with this book read along with me, I'm able to show you guys just how much I love this book. And you guys can kind of hear a little bit about it. And I get to learn how to do better and better with these book reviews each time I do them. So really, I hope you guys enjoy this. If you're looking for a book about love, more of a young adult romance, but it's love, it's giving you the hopeless romantic feels, making you feel like you're in a movie and really drawn into it. Better Than the Movies by Lynn Painter is the perfect one. There's always going to be a link for you guys to find this book. And I say this, any of the links that I have down below, some of them are commissionable, some of them not so much. It does not change the price of what you're buying. It does help me. It gives me a little bit of commission. And honestly, that commission is either going towards paying for these dogs or paying for my school. So if you need an absolutely amazing love book to get you out of a reading slump, Better Than the Movies is it for you. I hope you guys enjoyed this reading vlog. If you love them, give this a thumbs up. I definitely want to create more of these. Maybe like a book a week for a reading vlog. When I start back school, that's probably going to change because I'm a full-time student. But for now, I can try to get ahead on reading vlogs and get them posted up soon. But I hope you guys have an absolutely amazing day and enjoy this reading vlog. And to all of my readers and to my future readers out there, I love you guys and hope you guys have an absolutely amazing day. Bye, guys.